Today's video is about using short rows in crochet. You can see that this sample here has short rows in it. That's where we work along the row, turn around and go back again without working all the way to the end. It can create interesting patterns, and these all vary on how you use them. You can combine short rows with a variety of other techniques. One technique I've combined it with is thread painting. You can see that in this clematis, the thread painting and the short rows have combined to create a shaded effect to make it look quite realistic. Another way of using it is to create patterns in your work. This sample shows a tiger blanket that I designed some time ago. By using short rows, instead of having straight changes between the black and the white, we have more wavy looking lines, which look a lot more like a real tiger rather than just black and cream stripes going back and forth. Another thing you can use it for is to create interesting patterns with self-striping yarn. This sample here is one from my long and short pattern, which is a selection of arm and wrist warmers made with self-striping yarn and short rows. This is what I'm going to be showing you how to do today. I have the short arm warmer, I have the wrist warmer, and the one that I'm working on next is the longer arm warmer. I am using Signature 4-ply from West Yorkshire Spinners. The yarn is beautiful to use. It's 75% wool, which is very important when you want to keep warm. This particular colourway is called Wildflower, and it's a nice, bright, cheerful yarn. I've done the first 5 rows as the pattern says, and now I'm going to work on the 6th row. Start off with 2 chain and turn and work 5 trebles. If we were to stop here, we would end up with a huge step. We need to use smaller stitches to slope down to the row to make it flow nicely. 2 half trebles, two doubles, and finally 1 slip stitch. This gives us a total of 10 stitches on this row. Need to turn the work. Now some people like to turn it this way so as the yarn's at the back. I prefer to turn it this way. I find it sits flatter if I keep the yarn to the front. We need to miss the slip stitch, then work 1 double in each of the 2 doubles that were there, and you can see that has hidden the turn. Next, 2 half trebles, and 5 trebles to take us back to the end. You can see how these are gradually sloping. Each of these is done in the same way, with the required number of trebles, 2 half trebles and 2 doubles, and then working back, we miss the slip stitch, 2 doubles, 2 half trebles, and then trebles all the way back. Now this is the bit where you have to be a little bit more careful. We need to work trebles up to here. So the pattern says now to work 9 trebles. We have a slip stitch in that next stitch there, but because we missed it on the way back, if we miss that stitch out, we're going to end up with a stitch short, and we're going to have a large hole. The reason for missing the slip stitch was so that we could work a treble into the same stitch as the slip stitch, and there are no holes. Then we need to do another 9 trebles. Again, we have a treble in the same stitch as the slip stitch, which is that one down there. And then another 7 trebles. And again a treble into the same stitch as the slip stitch. We then need to work all the way to the other end, which I'm not doing right at the moment. I'll just do a couple to show you how to do this. You can see that we have a series of rows and then one sloping down. It also means that the colour changes, instead of being straight back and forth, are sloping and are in clumps rather than lines. It makes for quite an interesting pattern, and if you're interested in trying this out, you can buy my pattern called the long and the short, which is the set of 3 arm warmers. It's on my website and the link is in the blurb below.